What's going on, people? We got a magnifying glass for today's video because with a keen eye for details, one truth prevails, and we gotta get to the fucking bottom of what is going on with all these damn Switch games. Now, it is no shocker to anyone if you've been keeping up with the Nintendo Switch. There's been sort of a lot of freaking controversy when it comes to third-party developers developing games for the platform. Last fall really ushered in a very dark age for Switch owners because we started to see a trend take off. With the release of games such as NBA 2K18, LA Noire, Resident Evil Revelations, we started to see games that required you own a micro SD card in order to boot the damn game up. Now, this isn't a problem if you are an avid Switch owner like myself, where you know long-term you're going to be having a really healthy library of both physical and digital games. But if you are a casual owner who only plays the Switch for maybe one or two games, yes, there are people like that who would buy the Switch for just one or two games, I've seen it happen, you are basically shit out of luck if you want to go outside of your comfort zone and experience a game such as LA Noire, where if you want to play the game, you have to own a micro SD card of some sorts. And it's gotten to the point where having external storage on the Nintendo Switch, whether you are a casual player or you are a hardcore gamer, is pretty much a necessity, which means going out there and buying more storage. This isn't a video to talk about, well, you know, the elephant in the room, basically how much money you're spending on Nintendo Switch. This is a video directed towards certain developers, not all, who are sort of, in my personal opinion, skimping out on some of the extra costs that come with the cartridges. Now, before any of you detractors comment down below and saying, well, it's not really the developer's fault, it's Nintendo for releasing this format that is hella expensive and they should be going the extra mile to work with the developers. Yes, I completely understand that. I agree with it wholeheartedly that the cartridge format is not ideal when it comes to cost cutting and such. But there is something to be said about some of these developers who are releasing these games that exist on other platforms that fit on a Blu-ray disc that don't even take up maybe all of 1 gigabyte. Why is the Mega Man Legacy Collection, why is that game cartridge and download only on Nintendo Switch? Why is Mega Man Legacy Collection 1 on 1 cartridge, while Mega Man Legacy Collection 2, you need to digitally download it? Can we just talk about the fact that Capcom is still one of the most conflicting publishers in the game? Like, I made a video about a month or two back where I was talking about how Capcom will do something really good for gamers and then they'll do something that is just as asinine. Like last month, for example, they released Monster Hunter World. Yay, hooray, everyone's excited about it. And then they do stuff like this. It's like, Capcom, I'm so freaking conflicted at what is going on in the situation. Because I'm happy that you're bringing more games to the Nintendo Switch. I'm happy that you're bringing out more games that people want to play, like Monster Hunter World. But when you do stuff like this, it's kind of hard to support you. Now, if you're buying the games digitally, it's not a big problem because not only can you purchase them separately, so if you want to play this batch of Mega Man games or that batch of Mega Man games, you can buy them separately. I believe the first one's $14.99, second one is $19.99, so altogether you're paying $35, which realistically seems kind of overpriced, but with the way that the Switch games seem to be dropping for some of the third-party games, I'm sure you can get them on sale for like $5 to $10 in a year. But that being said, if you're buying it physically, you're kind of getting screwed out of everything, because not only is the game $5 cheap and more expensive, it's $39.99, which in the grand scheme isn't that big of a deal. Again, you have to kind of take what you can get with the Switch, unfortunately. You have to download Mega Man Legacy Collection 2. Like, why aren't these games on 1 cartridge? Like, we know the Nintendo Switch cartridges currently can go up to 32 gigabytes, but you don't need that for this Legacy Collection at all. You didn't need a 100 gigabyte dual layer disc for these games on PS4. You only needed at most, what, a couple of gigs? If that? If that? These are old ass retro games, Capcom, so what is going on, man? I need some answers when it comes to some of these Switch games. I don't know about y'all, but my micro SD card, 128 gig, is filling up freaking quick, man. Bayonetta 1+2 just dropped, and that took out 9 gigs from the card, and then when you combine that with all the digital games I've been buying, I'm just like, bro, I'm running out of space. I've only got like 30 gigs left, and I know some people say, well, you know, you're not gonna have to keep every single game you download digitally, and maybe you need to invest in a higher card capacity. Yeah, that is true, but if this is going to be the trend of games coming out, and you know, it doesn't even make sense when we have games like Skyrim and games like, well, Doom it put the single player portion on the cartridge, and then the multiplayer stuff you can download separately if you wanted to. When you have all these big ass games coming out, it's like, why? Why is it like this? Maybe there needs to be better compression technology. I don't know. I'm not a developer, but what I do know is that something is in the water. This is shady beyond belief, man. It's looking a little spooky, to quote my boy Jack Move Johnny, man. It's looking a little spooky out in these Switch streets. Anyways, for media for now, my name is NGS signing out, and like always, one truth prevails. Shout out to all my Case Closed and Detective Conan fans out in the room. Comment down below, what is your favorite Detective Conan movie? I'm personally partial to the third one, The Last Wizard of the Century. I think that shit is just amazing. But let me know down below if you've made it this far. For media for now, my name is NGS signing out, and like always, I will catch you guys later. Peace.